Okay. So this is a module 4 syllabus. Okay. So you can see that the first thing is timers and counters. Yes, the first syllabus is timers and counters. Yesterday we studied about the timers, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you hear my voice? Is okay? Audible for all?
Yes, ma'am.
So yesterday we studied about the timers part, and what is the next thing, counters, and what we need to study from timer and counter, nothing but simple assembly language program operation and assembly language programming to generate pulse using mode 1 and a square wave using mode 2 on a port pin. These all things, they will be there in the yesterday programs. We have to, like, using timers and counters, we need to do simple programs. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and the third part of the module is serial communication, where we have to study some theory. These things are theory, basics of serial data communication, RS-232 standard, 9-pin RS-232 sync. These all things are just theory. And after that, simple serial port programming in assembly language and C. So this full module we can divide into 3 things. First part is timer, second part is counter, and third part is serial data communication. So we have to study about the theory of each part and small programs of each part. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now first, yesterday we studied about the timer part. Today first we will go for the serial data communication part, and then we will come back to the counter part. Okay. So this is yesterday's notes. Timers. This is all thing we have seen yesterday. So in timer, 1 or 2 programs was pending. Okay, yesterday we didn't see about that. You people just go through the program, and if you have any doubts, ask me. I'll explain you that part. Okay.
Yeah.
Because it is very difficult to explain each and every program. I'll just explain few programs of each topic, and the remaining program you people go through, and if you have any doubts, ask. So yesterday's topic, last few programs I have not explained, that you people go through and ask me if you have doubts. So today we have to So today we have to start from counter programming. But before going for counter programming, first we will go for serial communication, and then we'll come back for counter programming. So serial communication. Okay. Can you hear me? Can you see the screen? Basics of serial communication.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So first thing is what you have already know about half and full duplex communication, right? What is half duplex communication? What is a half duplex communication and what is a full duplex communication? Madhumita?
Ma'am?
Do you know what is half duplex and full duplex communication?
I don't know, ma'am.
So half duplex communication means, so for any communication we need 2 parties. What are the 2 parties required for communication?
Sender and the receiver.
Sender and receiver, right? So in half duplex communication, only the sender will speak to the receiver. Okay. Or only the receiver will speak to the sender. That is called half duplex communication. Okay.
Communication.
Okay. So what is a full duplex communication? Both the sender will speak to receiver, and the same time receiver also will send back to sender. That type of communication is called full duplex communication. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So now this diagram, again, there are two parts, half and full duplex communication. And again, in that also we have two type of transfer. First type of transfer is called
Serial transfer.
serial data transfer, and second type of transfer is called
Parallel data transfer.
parallel data transfer. Okay. So here they are saying simplex. See, simplex communication is only the transmitter will be able to send it to the receiver. Half duplex communication is transmitter will send to the receiver, but next time the receiver will send to transmitter. Full duplex communication is at a time transmitter sent to receiver, receiver sent to transmitter. Both things happen at a time is called full duplex communication. Got it?
Okay.
So in simplex, only from transmitter to receiver. There is nothing back from receiver to sender.
Transmitter.
Okay. Got it right. So these things are theory. How in a package, what is there, start bit, stop bit, and all these things. It is easy if you just read the theory, you will understand. Okay. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
This see from here to this all things. This is only pin diagram. So RS-232 pin. So this pins, what is the pin number and all these things. If people just go through the theory, you will understand it very easily. If you have doubts, you ask. Okay. This theory part, I'll explain you the programming part of this. So from here, the programming part starts. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
So this how many papers? 1 page and 2 page. This 3 pages is full of theory. You people just go through. It is nothing like architecture diagram only. It will be what is a pin number, what is that used, like that. Okay. So from here, the 4th page, we are going to see the programming part. Okay. So see here you see in the previous chapters we studied if the crystal frequency, what we need to do, we have to divide the crystal frequency by 12. You remember this formula yesterday we studied, right?
Yes,
Can you see the mouse point? Okay, we have to divide it by 12. So you'll be getting that frequency. To get the time, we have to do it 1 divided by time. All those things we studied, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here, that is the previous module we studied that. Here, what we need to calculate is we need to calculate the baud rate. Like how it will operate in a certain time period, we have to calculate. For that, we have another formula that is the only for this 8051 serial communication. Yesterday we were studying about what communication? Parallel communication. Okay. Listen.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, module 1, module 2, module 3. Till yesterday's portion, we were studying the timer, counter, everything. It is only about parallel communication. Just moving from A to B, moving from this to that. That type of communication is called parallel communication. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So here we are going to see about serial communication. This module title, like this part title is for serial communication, right? Okay, so that is what they're saying here. For serial communication, the time period, everything will be different. Yesterday we studied about parallel communication, the time period is different. See here, the 8051's serial communication, UART's, the circuitry divides the machine cycle frequency of 921.6 kilohertz by 32. Obviously, for parallel communication, what we have done? We have divided by 12, right? Yes, but for a parallel communication, we have to divide that answer. We have to divide that answer again by 32. We have to divide that answer again by 32, so that you'll be getting 28,800 hertz. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
This is a number we will use throughout this section. Throughout the section means what? Throughout this serial communication. Okay. My voice is louder or it is like very less voice, or the voice is okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay only now. Okay. So we are going to use this frequency for serial communication. This is a number we will use throughout this section to find the timer 1 value to set the baud rate. So we have to find the baud rate by using this frequency. Okay. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
So when timer 1 is used to set the baud rate, it must be programmed in mode 2. Yesterday we studied about 3 modes, right? Mode 0, mode 1, mode 2, mode 3, right? Yes? So
Yes,
here
ma'am.
we need to use it in mode 2. So to get the baud rates compatible with the PC, so only there is certain baud rates accepted by PC. What is PC?
Program counter.
Program counter. Okay, only
Counter.
certain baud rates is acceptable by counter. So that is given in the table here. That is given in the table here. Okay, what are the baud rates? Acceptable baud rate is 9,600, 4,800, 2,400, and 1,200 for the crystal frequency of
11.0592.
Why it is said? Because
Mega.
11.0592 divided by 12 only we got this number. Yes,
ma'am.
this number we divide by 32, we get this.
32.
Yes. So for this frequency, for this frequency, 28,800 frequency, there are only this baud rate. Okay. So now you got an idea of this. Now we'll go into the program. Okay. Okay. The previous theory has nothing to do with the programming part. So it is easy if you just go through that. Okay. For programming part only we need these theories. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. See, with XTEL is equal to what is XTEL? XTEL and crystal frequency, right?
Frequency.
Crystal frequency. What is the crystal frequency given? 11.0592. So 11.0592 is the crystal frequency. Then what is the frequency for serial communication? Answer. If crystal frequency is 11, if listen,
28,000.
Good. If crystal frequency is 11.0592 megahertz, then the frequency required for serial communication is 28,000. Yes?
8,000.
Okay. So, they have given the crystal frequency of 11.0592. What they are asking, find the TH1 value. What is TH1? Timer 1. What is the baud rate? What is the frequency required by timer 1? What is the frequency required by timer 1 needed to have the following baud rates? Now see how we have to calculate 28,800 divided by
3.
So this is the answer. X, this 3, 12, 24 is the answer. Okay. 3, 12, 24 is the answer. 28,800 divided by X unknown thing is equal to, what are the standard baud rates given? Standard baud rate is 9,600.
9,600, 2,400 and 1,200.
Okay, these things are standard thing. So we are substituting standard frequency one by one and finding the X value. Okay. So what is the answer? What is the answer for TH1? 3. In the case of 9,600 baud rate. The answer for TH1 is 12 in the case of 2,400 baud rate. Okay. The answer is given here, right? Minus 3, minus 12, minus 24. Frequency will not be said in minus, so you will be getting the answer in 3, 12 and 24. That is the thing we need to load in timer. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Got it? So the see here itself they have given. If the crystal frequency is 11.0592, then the baud rate 9600, and the frequency for timer 1 is 3, and it is written in hexa as FD. You put it in calculator -3, you will get the answer as FD. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Got it right?
Yes, ma'am.
This program is simple only, na?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now we'll move to the next program. This is nothing, they are saying the formula. See, what 11.0592 megahertz, we have to divide first by 12, we'll be getting 921.6 kilohertz. But when we want to do serial communication, again you have to divide by 32. Yes?
2.
So you get the answer 28,800.
800.
Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now we will see next thing. There is a register called SBUF register, which is going to play a major role in the topic we are studying. What is the topic we are studying? What is the topic we are studying?
Serial port.
Serial communication. We are studying about serial communication. Okay. So this register, SBUF register is going to play a major role in serial communication. Okay. So SBUF is a 8-bit register. So can I ask one question? Timer is a how many bit register?
16-bit register.
Okay. Then T mode is a how many bit register?
8.
Mohan?
8.
8-bit register. Okay. Timer 1 is a how many bit register?
Timer 1.
What?
In T mode now, ma'am.
Timer 1.
16-bit register.
16. Okay. Okay. Now same way SBUF. SBUF is what? Serial buffer. SBUF is a 8-bit register and it is only used solely. Solely means what? Only. It is only used for serial communication. Okay. Module 1, Module 2, Module 3, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ serial communication ಬರಲ್ಲ. So we will not be using SBUF. Okay. So here it is used only for serial communication. Okay, so they are giving an example how we have to transfer a data. For a byte of data to be transferred via transmission line. So if you want to transfer a data in transmission line, it has to be kept in SBUF register. Okay. Artha aita? Iga, if you want to send any data, you have to previously we were sending letters, right? So what we have to do, we have to keep the letter in the post box, right? Yes. If we have an intention to send a letter to somebody in far place, what we will do, we will keep the letter in the post box. Yes. Same way, if you have to send a data to anybody in serial communication, where we have to keep the data?
SBUF.
We have to keep the data in the SBUF.
SBUF register.
SBUF register. Aita. Similarly, SBUF holds a byte of data when it is received by RxD line. Same way, when we are receiving any data from anybody, that also will come and be stored in SBUF register only. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Got it. So the same thing they are explaining here. So here they are sending the data. The data is what? D. Hash D is the data that is transmitted. We have to transmit the data. So we are just keeping the data in SBUF. Artha aita? We are just keeping the data in SBUF register. Then from accumulator also the data can be directly kept in SBUF, or you can move anything from accumulator also to SBUF. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Here this first line and second line is for transmission, and the third line is for receiving the data. From SBUF, we have to take the data back to accumulator or any location. Okay. You'll understand it much clearly when we do the program. You'll come to know clearly when we do the program. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So there is one more thing that is called SCON, Serial Control Register. Serial Control Register. It is a 8-bit register used to program start bit, stop bit, data bit. Where is the like a frame? Okay, in the frame where is the start bit, where is the stop bit, where is the data bit? Everything will be set by SCON register. Okay. Okay, so the SCON register diagram is drawn like this. See, SCON, how many bit register? SCON is a how many bit register? SCON is a how many bit register?
8.
8 bit. So that is what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. SCON is a 8-bit register. Okay. So here this MSB bit is called SM0, SM1. That is called serial port mode specifier. So yesterday we studied right mode 0001 1011. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
For the timer, right? For the timer, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Same way for serial communication, to specify the mode, we have these two places. Okay, ra? Then SM2 is used for multi-processor communication. Multi-processor communication, that is always kept as 0. That is always kept as 0. Okay, multi-processor communication andre enu. So sometimes we have to use LED also, we have to use switch also. Many things at a time when we are using, we have to use this. That time it has to kept as 0. Okay. Then REN is this pin. It is used, it is set or cleared by software to enable or disable reception. Artha aita? So iga receiving andre idu on irbekku. It should be 1. It should be 1. Transmission andre it should be how it should be for transmission? Are you able to hear me? This is REN bit is for enabling or disabling reception, receiving the data.
So
it
TEN.
What ra?
RTN.
What ra?
No, you asked something now.
So it should be REN should be set or cleared by software to enable or disable reception. Okay. So then TB8 and RB8 is not widely used. It is only for higher end application. We are not studying it here in this textbook. Okay. So in this textbook, they are not speaking about it, these two pins, because it is used only for higher end applications. Then T1 and R1. This transmit interrupt flag. This is transmit interrupt flag set by the hardware at the beginning of stop bit. Okay. At the beginning of stop bit. R1. It is receiving interrupt flag. What is T1? Transmission interrupt flag. Receiving interrupt flag. Artha aita? So ಈಗ serial communication ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು transmission ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Okay. That time some other interrupt is coming and interrupting it. So this flag will be set high to show that somebody is interrupting. Huh? Have you got a serial control register? Have you got that? So now we'll move to the next. So this is a mode. As I said, 00 serial mode, 01, 12, 11 is the 4 modes of operation. Okay. Then SM2 is the D5 bit of is. This is nothing but the explanation of this table. I have explained you this table, right? I have explained you this table. Same table, one thing they're explaining. What is SM2, what is REN, and that they're explaining here. What is SM2, what is REN? REN should be 1 for what? Everything I have explained you. Okay. PB8, all these things. Now coming to this programming the 8051. Listening?
Yes, ma'am.
Programming the 8051 to transfer the data serially. To transfer the data serially. Okay, this is an important, this is the important part here. We are going to study about, listen carefully. Chandana is not here. Karishma is here. I don't know, simply they are owning it and just keeping quiet, I guess. Okay. Manisha?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so these 8 steps, you can see, right? These 8 steps are important steps to transfer the data serially. Okay. So what is the topic we are studying, Manisha? Manisha?
Transferring data serially.
That is not the topic. The main topic we are studying is serial communication. Main topic we are studying is serial communication. In that, the first subtopic is transferring the data.
Transfer data serially.
Transferring the data, and the next subtopic is going to be receiving the data serially. Understood? Mohan?
Yes, ma'am.
Serial communication, we have to do 2 works. What are the 2 works we have to do in serial communication?
Transferring the data.
Then
Receiving the data.
Receiving data. So first we are going to study about transferring the data serially. Okay. So the steps, see the steps. T-mode register is loaded with value 20. We have to first load T-mode register. T-mode, we have studied T-mode in the yesterday thing, right? Yesterday we studied about the T-mode. Yes? Loaded with a value 20, indicating the use of timer 1 in mode 2. You remember what T-mode is? How many bit register? 8 bit. So here, if it is 20, that means that lower 4 bit is 0. Upper 4 bit alli 0 0 1 0 and the upper 4 0. Upper 4 bit is 0 0 1 0. That is why it is 20. So when we are using upper 4 bit, that means that we are using timer 1. Correct? Arthaita?
Yes, ma'am.
And you know that 0 0 is mode 1, 0 1 is mode 2, 1 0 is mode 2. Correct?
Wait, 0 0 is mode 0. 0 is mode 2.
1 0 is mode 2. That is the reason. See, it is written in such a way that 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 0. Correct?
0 0 0.
0 0 1 0. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಎಲ್ಲ 0 0 0 0. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? We have to load in such a way. That is the first step. Then second step is TH1 is loaded with one of the values in table 10.4 to set the baud rate for serial data transfer. We are assuming that we are using the crystal frequency of 11.0592. Okay. So what is the second step? We have to fix this time for TH1. Timer 1. Ili timer 1 tane use madodu. Timer 1 use madodu. So timer 1 ಗೆ ನಾವು baud rate fix ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Baud rate fix ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ they are using the table 10.4. Yes. So what is this table 10.4? Table 10.4. This is this table 10.4. Can you see? This is this table 10.4. You have to fix How many we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. In this 4 timing, you have to fix any one of the timing. In step 2.
Yes, sir.
What is this? The step 2 is you have to set any one of the value from the table for TH1. Okay. So, Karishma, what is step 3? Your timing is less, only 8 minutes more. Okay, what is the step 3, Ra? Step 3 is SCON register is loaded with the value 50H. SCON register is loaded with the value 50H. What is 50H? 50 andre 50H andre ಏನು? 50H means the number is what? 0, 0?
8, no.
0, 0. So we have to load this SCON register with 50H indicating serial mode 1 where an 8-bit data is framed with start and stop bit. Okay, so now we'll go to SCON register and see SCON register. Where is this SCON register? This is a SCON register. Here we have to fix the value as 50H. Okay, na? 50H and here lower all 4 will be 0, correct? 0, 0, 0, 0. 50 is what? 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. Okay, 50H is nothing but 0, 1, 0, 1. Correct? That is 0, 1, 0, 1. So we are using it in mode 1. We are using is in this mode 0, 1, 0, 1. We need this RE and also 1. Set are cleared by software to enable or disable reception. We need to do any transferring, means receiving, transmission, everything has to be done. So this also set has to be set 1. Yes. 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. Inge set madidare. Correct? Where is this table here? Where is that? We went somewhere. Where is it? Okay. This is this step is done. What is the next step? TR1 is set to 1 to start timer. You have yesterday also we have studied this step, right?
Yes, sir.
Set BTR1, yes. So in this step 1, step 2, step 3 is initial steps. Initial steps ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಟೈಮರ್ ನ ಸೆಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಆಯ್ತಾ? Then T1 is cleared by CLR T1 instruction. Why we have to clear T1? Because we are going to transfer something, right? So initially we have to clear that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
After clearing, see, we are going to write the data, the character byte to be transferred. ಯಾವ ಡೇಟಾ ನನಗೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕೋ ಆ ಡೇಟಾನ SBUF ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಿಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆನಾ? Understood. Then it is written in SBUF. Timer is already started and we have cleared T1. Why we have cleared T1? Because the data is going to go from SBUF to T1. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we have written the data in SBUF. So SBUF in the slowly data will start moving. So that we have to monitor using what flag? T1 flag. Yesterday also we studied this, right? We have to use this instruction to check the flag and see whether the data is transferred or not. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Again, to transfer the next character, go back to step 5. So you got an idea, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we'll do the program. You'll understand much clearly. So this is a program, right? This is a program. What is the question? Write a program to transfer a letter Y. What we need to transfer?
Y.
We need to transfer the letter Karishma, Manisha, Mullaikani. We need to transfer the Mullaikani. We need to transfer the letter Y serially. We need to do serial communication. We need to transfer the data serially at they have given a baud rate. What is a baud rate? 9600 baud rate. Continuously, and also send a letter N through port 0, which is connected to the display device. Okay. Understood the question? We have two works to be done. The first work to be done is we have to transfer the data Y serially. Okay. And the second work to be done is transfer the data N parallelly. Also send the letter N through port. Whatever you send is parallel communication. Okay. Got it? Which is connected to display device. Understood the question?
Yes, ma'am.
So the question is explained by a diagram here. This is what we have to transfer the data N parallelly to the display device. And we have to transfer the data Y serially to port 3.1. They have only taken 3.1. Here, 1 byte of data is transmitted serially through the pin 11 P3.1. Another is sent parallelly through port 0. Understood? So this is just the explanation of the question. Now coming to the program. The steps idea, same steps they are writing. What is the step 1? P mode is loaded with the value 20. Yes. That is the first step. So you have to write the first step as first line. Move P mode hash 20. What is the second step? Second step is PH1 is loaded with any one of the value from table 10.4. We have to load PH1 with any one. Here in the question they have asked you to use 9600 baud rate, right?
600.
So 9600 get PH1 by the calculation in the table. We have seen the table, right? In the table the value is -3. You want me to show the table once again?
No, ma'am, we know.
So that is mode. So what is the third step? Moving SCON by hash 50. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Correct. Third step. What is the fourth step? Third step is move SCON. Fourth step is setting the timer, starting the timer. Fourth step is starting the timer. Fifth step is what? Clearing T1. Clearing T1. Then we have to transfer the data, write the data in SBUF. Set the timer here. Clearing T1 they have written here. That is fine. Clearing the T1 can be written anywhere. Okay. Here what they are doing is they have one step. They have done clearing T1. Here they have cleared T1 first and then started transmitting. In the program they have first First put the data in SBUF is nothing but what? A post office, right? The sender has to put the letter in SBUF, correct?
Yes, fine.
Okay. So we are taking the data and putting in SBUF. Ali post office in the letter